They just couldn't stop crying. The grandmother tree is fake, made up, and it's a tourist trap. Because Aunty Bev, whenever we went down there, she was our boss. Yeah. Every time we'd been out in country, we would always present information to Aunty Bev to validate it. And sometimes, so she's always been there as our guide all the way through. Now, where did we get the term grandmother tree? Who gave it to us? Aunty Bev. Aunty Bev. In fact, I'm going to tell you something. We were taken to the glyphs by the senior park ranger, John Gallard. And he'd been taken us, you're going to see a lot of sites he took us to. And at the finish there, he said, do you want to go to the glyphs? And we said, no. We knew about what was going on there. We thought the other stuff is great. But we don't want to touch the glyphs. It's tainted. Acid's been thrown on it. All sorts of things are supposed to have happened. And people have lied about it and told all different sorts of stories, which you'll hear about. We didn't want to go there. But because we had some time left over, we agreed, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we had a look at it and thought, yeah, okay, fine, right. And later on, we did a presentation with Hans Dieter von Sense, didn't we? And Nina arranged that, didn't she? Mm-hmm. We never spoke about the glyphs, did we? No. We spoke about all the stuff that was around it. We weren't going to touch it. In fact, we were never going to touch it until one day, and we're going to talk about that. We did an interview with David Fitzgerald and Aunty Bev. And Aunty Bev told us not only are the glyphs legitimate, but it's a form of writing that was done by original people before the Egyptians, and the Egyptians learnt from us. Right, now we start fighting for the glyphs. Why? Because when we go on to country, we work with an elder. And up until Aunty Bev said that, we had nothing to work with. But once she said that, knowing who she is, and you're going to find out about that in some detail, we had no issue now, because when I was given the ceremony, I was told to go on to country and do what the elders told me to do and work with them. If they know what they're talking about, do not question them. Write down, report, and don't change a word. And that's what we did. Don't respond to them, please, and start fighting, and we'll block them, okay? This is just rules for the house. If you do want to do this, remember something, ladies and gentlemen. You've got everyone on side, and you've got every avenue backing you up. False, fake, and it's rubbish. That's a lie. Nothing has happened there. It's a slightly dodgy site, and yeah, it's a bit steep in places, or maybe occasionally a rock falls down. Man, you just lock it all up. I lock it all up. Okay, next one, please, Evan. So I believe that is a straight out lie at that comment, but we've got to look at something else was said. Now, first of all, can we get to Barry Duncan's statement now?
Yeah.
There it is.
Ducking Lands Council Chairperson Barry Duncan, the Lands Council site at Carrion was just part of just compensation for what happened to Aboriginal people since 1788. It's for us to decide what that land is being used for, he said. He added that the grandmother tree is a fictitious thing used for tourism. Right,
that calls Aunty Bev a liar, because here's the trick. When an elder looks after you and gives you information and gives you ceremony, you're obliged in every way to defend her. To call this a fictitious thing used for tourism, you're saying to me, Mr. Duncan, that Aunty Bev was the person who created this fictitious thing